Now for a look around the bike that I've decided to get back on after 20 plus years of being off. I've chosen this is a Honda 750 Shadow. It's a 750 C4, and just out of interest, the spot I've picked to film this is underneath the flag running half-mast, our Australian flag, because tomorrow's our paying respects to our lost soldiers, Anzac Day for the Australian and New Zealand soldiers. Here we are at the Belvedere Soldiers Memorial with the flag at half-mast. Tomorrow's a big day in Australia. There'll be a lot of respect paid to our soldiers and past soldiers, and a lot of two-up played and a few beers drunk. So anyway, back to the Shadow. In its completely stock form, and as I said, I've bought the Shadow on the recommendation of a guy on YouTube called Tim from Me and My Shadow YouTube channel, and Tim swears by his Honda 750 Shadow. They're a great bike. Like I said, this one's in its stock form, liquid cooled V-twin. This one's got the stock exhaust, stock bars. The only non-stock thing on this bike is the luggage on the back of it, the shaft drive, which is, you know, your maintenance on these bikes is so simple. They're a 5-speed. They could probably not a bad thing, but one thing I can pick on this is it could really do with a sixth gear. But other than that, it's been a great bike. I've done about 3,000 Ks in 5 months, and as I said before, they're a very forgiving bike. Like I said, I've ridden a lot of big road bikes and big dirt bikes, and this is a very forgiving bike to get back on, both for someone new who's just come off their learner's permit, or just been on a bike for a while and they wanted their first big cruiser. I couldn't think of a better bike, really, and I'm not a Honda man. I was originally a Kawasaki man. So yeah, it's been a great bike, and I couldn't think of a better platform to get back into riding on, really. As I said, they're forgiving, they're comfortable. The seat after a few hours gets a little bit uncomfortable. That could have something to do with the fact that I'm 58 years old and I'm not as young as I used to be. So yeah, we'll go for a ride down to the lake, and I'll try to explain. There was every chance that when I got back on a bike that I wouldn't enjoy it like I did when I was a young guy, because I wasn't going to set the world on fire and go fast and race and all that sort of thing. But you know, it's a whole lot more than that, and I can honestly say that I get back from rides now, like I did yesterday, a couple of 100 Ks by myself, that I thoroughly enjoy it. I really love it. There's something about it's that get out in the wind, you can't hear your mobile phone. It seems to, all your worries seem to blow away in the wind. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I can't see me getting rid of the Shadow, but I can see a bigger bike in the future, in the near future. Maybe a bigger Honda, maybe one of the 1300 VTX Hondas or something, set up for cruising. I have had my wife on this bike, 2-up, and it does perform reasonably well, but I wouldn't like to travel 1,000 kilometres on it. But yeah, it's been a great thing getting back on the bike. And as I said, there's every chance that I might not have liked it and sold the bike straight on, but I really love it. And it doesn't matter what, as Tim on Me and My Shadow says, it doesn't matter what you ride, but that you ride. And yeah, a lot of guys say that, and it's completely true. It doesn't matter whether you're on a Honda or a Suzuki or a Ducati or a KTM or a Harley. It really doesn't matter as long as you're on the road and doing what you love. So yeah, we'll go for a cruise down the lake before the kangaroos start coming out, which will be happening because the sun's on its way down. Just give another mention to our past soldiers and soldiers on Anzac Day tomorrow. The diggers, who done us proud, who we probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And yeah, we'll take it from there. I'll go for a cruise down the lake. My camera setup isn't really set up to record as I'm going down the road with audio, but yeah, when I get in somewhere slower, I'll flip my helmet and have a chat and tell you about the joys of being back on a bike.